Hi friends, I'm Laura and welcome to my channel. I am so excited for today because one of my 2022 goals in the garden is to create a worm farm and to start creating my own compost, both through like natural cold composting and through vermicomposting. And today I am getting started on setting up my very first worm bin. So I thought it would be really fun to bring you along and show you how I'm setting this up for the garden and what that looks like. So I am beginning with this cat litter container that is empty. I've gone ahead and washed it out with mild hand soap and warm water and then rinsed it really well. And I had my husband drill these holes along the top of it. He was able to do that in just a couple of minutes, so that was really great. They're pretty small holes. I think they're about 1/8 of an inch. And yeah, looks awesome. I had him do lots of them, so it really feels like they will have good amounts of airflow. And there's a couple reasons why I love this container option. One, it is smaller, so it will be easier for me to move around. Usually these things, when filled up with cat litter, are about 20 pounds. So that's a lot more manageable than a plastic tote that's like the size of 2 or 3 of these full of dirt and worms and stuff. So this will be easier for me to move around on my own. I also like the shape of it a lot compared to plastic totes. Yeah, I really like the shape. I really like the size. It's a really manageable size for my first experiment with worm farming. And this lid opens up with just a small amount that stays attached in the back, so I can have pretty good access in here however I need to. And I have a couple of thoughts on how I want to set this up for the first time. First, I'm going to layer some cardboard down in the bottom, and then I want to do some shredded paper, and then I'm going to do some potting soil dirt mix, probably mixed in with some of our natural clay soil. I'm not sure about that yet. Add some shredded leaves, some food scrap, maybe also add some coffee grounds. I know a lot of people do that. And then put some more soil or bedding down on top of it and start getting some worms in there. So I think that's like the layering method I'm going with loosely. So as I'm thinking about setting up my very first worm bin, I am so excited about one particular method or technique that I want to try out, and that is catching my own worms. So I know most people who set up worm bins, they actually purchase worms to create their first worm bin, and then the worms reproduce at a rate where you usually don't have to buy more if you don't want to. But many people start off buying their first 250 worms, 500 worms, 1,000 worms from an online worm farm shop where you can buy the worms and get them delivered to you. Or you can do it in person if you've got like a bait store around you or a store that sells worms for bait for fishing. But I really wanted to try catching my own worms, and this is for a few reasons. One, I thought it would be really fun and interesting, and I've got a toddler in my life, and we usually do gardening stuff together. And one of the things that we've done together in the past is like, oh, you find a little earthworm on the top of the earth, and you go and you put it in the garden. And so I thought it would be really fun for him and I to try to go catch worms together. I thought that would just be a blast. And then I also, one, keeping it low cost. That's one of my main goals for the garden this year. Last year, I tried to create the garden from scratch, and I really poured in a lot of money into the garden last year. And this year, I'm taking the approach of seeing how much I can do using what I already have on hand without spending any more. And I don't expect to get to the end of the year having spent $0, but I do want to see how little I can spend when I get to the end of the year, like how little the whole year of gardening cost me. So this year is going to be a really fun experiment for me in the garden in terms of being frugal and using what I have on hand. So catching worms really fits in with that goal of mine and that plan, because then I don't have to buy them. That is my hope for coming up today and the next couple of weeks, what I'm hoping to do with getting this worm bin set up and established. So let's get started adding layers to this. We have a ton of moving boxes, and I've started tearing apart some of those to create a layer of cardboard down in the bottom here. And I want to create a solid layer of cardboard, and then I also have some shredded paper to add to that, and then some soil, and then I think we can add our worms, add some food scraps, and then some more bedding and soil and cardboard to the top. And I'm hoping to get it like up to here today. And we've got some shredded paper here that I can add. I think most of my brown material is going to come from shredded leaves, so I'm going to only add a tiny bit of that.
But this is for dirt.
That is? Yeah, we're going to put dirt in it. It used to be for kitty litter. You see how it's got cardboard?
Yeah.
And it's got shredded paper in it. And so we've got our dirt right here. But first, we have to find these dead leaves in the yard. And we're going to scrunch them up and crumble them. And then
There's a lot.
there are a lot, yeah. So we're going to scrunch them up and crumble them and add them to our dirt.
And we can punch them with our shoes.
You can crunch them with your shoes?
Yeah.
Okay.
With our shoes.
Yeah, if you want to crunch them with your shoes. I'm going to crunch mine with my hand. That way I could just drop them right in here afterwards. Just like that. See?
I got it down.
Oh, you shut that for me?
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, let's get our dead leaves. Let's get started adding them in. Good work. Yeah, really crunch them up.
And we can crunch them with our shoes too.
Yeah, we could.
Yeah.
I also need to crunch up all the clumps of dirt in here.
Yeah.
There's
This
lots
one
of dead
is a
leaves
big
on the
one.
ground. A big dead leaf?
Yeah.
Good work. You're really good at finding those, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really excited for this. And once we get a good amount of this, we can start looking for worms. But we got to build their house first.
Yeah.
This is going to be their house.
Yeah. Oh. Look, there's cats on it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
There are cats. I used to have kitty litter in it.
Yeah.
But now it's empty and we're reusing it for something else.
It's for the worms too.
Yeah, it is.
And then we get these white hair.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You want some of the weeds in there too, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, we probably could add a few of those on top. Probably add a few. We have lots of weeds in this yard that look like little flowers.
It's a little flowers.
Like that one, the dandelion right there. See?
Yeah. Either there's purple one.
Yes?
Not dandelions or balls. Or not the purple one.
Oh, yeah, those are a different kind, aren't they?
Yeah.
Those are pretty, aren't they?
Yeah. Wow.
Okay, so this dirt right here has now been mixed with lots of shredded leaves. We just crumbled them. It's about halfway through March here in North Carolina. And so these leaves have been on the ground for quite some time and they shred apart pretty easily, except for this kind. This kind is staying pretty intact. But all the other leaves just shred into these tiny little pieces in our hands. We mix that in with our potting soil.
Either there's cats in it.
What's in it?
There's plants in it too.
Yes, you're right. There are plants in here. We added a couple of weeds on accident. But what we're going to do now is we're going to go add some water to this and mix it together, because right now this is totally dry. And the dirt is actually more like a powder that keeps blowing away in the wind. So we're going to go add some water. We're going to use our shovel to mix it up. And then, what are you going to add to it after that?
Plants.
Plants? What kind of plants are those?
And flowers and purple fox.
That's right. You got dandelions and purples, purple flowers, and this one I think is a pansy or a viola. I'm not sure.
A pansy.
You think it's a pansy?
Yeah.
All right. And then, oh, you know what? I didn't think of this. They left this full of water, didn't they?
Yeah.
Oh no, it's going to be frozen. It's been so cold outside. It was only 20 degrees last night. Oh, no, we got some water. Yay! No, I think there is ice blocking it. I've got the water turned all the way up and nothing's coming.
Oh, there's water.
Just a tiny bit, huh? Just a couple of drops are coming out. I think there's probably ice somewhere in this hose line. Oh yeah, it's really heavy. It burst open down here. The ice broke it.
We can't tell Steven.
We gotta tell Steven?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
With ice in it.
That there's ice in the hose?
Yeah.
How come? Why do we tell Steven?
I don't know.
You don't know? Is it because he's the one that fixes stuff?
Yeah.
He's good at fixing, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do we need to put your hair up in a bun?
No.
No? Okay.
Mommy got buns at my house.
Oh, she's got your hair ties at your house to do a bun?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's, we gotta add some water, but do you want a shovel mix this, or do you want me to mix it?
You mix it.
Okay.
There's still more yellow plants at your house.
You think so?
Yeah.
More yellow plants?
Yeah.
Do we have some worms down there?
Yeah. Oh, that worm is not hiding.
He's not hiding yet, huh?
Yeah.
He's right on the top where we can see him.
Yeah. But the other ones are hiding.
Yeah, the other ones already went and dug a hole, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's...
There's that one.
Did you find another one?
Yeah.
I see him moving right there.
Yeah.
His little slithery tail.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if that snake is still back there. Did he go hiding? No, he's still right there. We found a snake when we were looking for worms. A little baby snake. Come here. Walk around the pile. Right there. Do you see his little slither body? Yeah, do you see him? Or you can't find him?
I can't find him.
You can find him? You see him?
Yeah, he's right there.
Yeah, he looks sad, doesn't he? Does he look cold?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go cover him with some leaves in a little bit.
Yeah.
It is pretty cold out, and we found him hiding under all these leaves, but I don't know. This is one of those complicated dilemmas in gardening. We have a cat and we have a dog, and then like we obviously have us and kids and stuff playing in the backyard, so we don't want snakes to grow up and actually be hanging out in our yard.
And you don't have 2 dogs.
No, we don't have 2 dogs anymore. Yeah, it's really sad.
But we had 1 cat and 1 dog.
That's right. We have 1 cat and 1 dog, and what else?
A bunny.
And a bunny. That's right.
Yeah.
All right, you ready to look for some more worms?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to move this fresh pile of leaves.
Yeah.
Okay, remember, we gotta try to be quiet so we don't scare the worms. I found a big one, Kyler. Okay. You see it? Where?
That one's a black one.
It's a black worm, you said?
Yeah. You get it? Please, you get it? Yes,
Do you want to get it or do you want me to get it?
you get it.
I get it? Okay.
I get the little one.
You get the little ones? What about this little one right there? You see him?
Yeah.
Is he little enough for you or do you want me to grab him?
Me grab him?
Yeah. Perfect. Let's put him in their new house. Yay! Oh,
There's two brother ones.
yes, that's so cool. All right, let's look for some more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ouch.
You okay?
Yeah.
Okay, oh, look it. There's a little one. You want to get him?
What is it?
Right here. It's a little worm.
Aw,
There's lots of little baby worms in here.
I want it. I want to get it.
There you go.
There's another one.
Yeah, there's lots of them, aren't there? Lots of baby worms that we could put in there. Is he crawling on you? Yeah. He already likes you, huh? Hopefully our worms will get nice and big and grown up.
Yeah. We don't let them grow up.
You don't let them grow up?
Yeah.
I want mine to get grown up and so big and fat.
There's one.
There is one. Are you going to grab him?
Yeah.
Great work. I found one. It's a pretty big one. Do you see it right there? Do you want to grab that one? I found a huge one. Look at how fat that one is.
You get it?
I did get it. See? Do you want to grab his brother? You fell against me. So we are going to keep looking for worms and fill our little worm bin up. I think we must have caught about 15 or 20 so far. My goal is to get like 50 to 100, I think. And now to finish it off, I'm going to add some insulation and bedding to help keep them warm and to help absorb some of that excess moisture there. So I've got that brown shredded paper on top. And this is where my first air hole starts for aeration. I've got a row right here and then 2 rows up here. So hopefully this will all be good quality compost in, you know, a couple months. We will see. It's my first experiment with this, but hopefully this is a setup that they like. Thank you so much for watching me set up my very first worm bin. If you keep worms, let me know your thoughts on this layering, and if you have any suggestions to help make the worms as happy as possible and to turn scraps into compost as quickly as possible. Thank you for watching. Bye.